Looks like Walsh. Yeah, it's Walsh.
Bradley Walsh.
Yeah, so he's gone to 1 from 32. This time, and he almost read it perfectly. Not to be. Castagna.
This year, everyone I think thought that they were going to get on their bikes this year and be a really challenge, but after a promising start, they've been found wanting. What do we think they need? Because they've got a few older players retiring now.
Well, massive game, obviously.
Shu got it over to Lim. Lim kicks it up. Now the breeze really hold it up. Anderson trying to make position. Floating across is good mark by Jason Castagna. And no one on the mark, and Jason's away. Straight down the middle and then hooks the kick. And I think taken by Blakely. Too strong in defence. That was Castagna. And his handball over the top. I knew he could outrun right, but unfortunately his kicks just drifted off to the left and fallen short, and an easy one to read.
They haven't been able to get their hands on the ball, Western Australia.
Castagna straight through Smith.
He's got some toes.
Straight through the middle of the ground.
He's going to have to go all the way.
He might have to give it off. It's a kind bounce back into the corridor. Good tackle, Kavka. Castagna.
Target here.
Well, they've got plenty of targets back because they've got 2 sitting back. Clem Smith and Creeper are both sitting back in space.
Some of the other competitions over the coming months before we settle the order.
The championships are not defining for players, but guys that
say last year's under-16 championships with his form across halfback.
And he was excellent on Friday. He played on Jake Loney, the real dangerous.
Did it for him, but they got outworked. Metro seemed to be up for the challenge.
Almost kicked it straight onto the chest of Vickers Willis. And that's a terrible turnover.
I would hope they're told to try and straighten up, but they should be able to kick on their opposite side. There are times where you can't straighten up. You must be able to use the opposite side. So I'm not sure of what the instruction would have been there, but he had time and space to straighten up there rather than kick on the outside of the foot.
Absolutely.
Good running. He would have been thinking goal before he got there.
Miller, so they need to get a wriggle on, get them into the match.
Castagna with the long kick up. And he dropped the ball there. He should have.
Thanks for joining us, Jason.
Thanks very much.
Jason Taylor from Melbourne as we're. So who?
What did you used to call it, shifter, when you were rolling the rings, running the wings down?
The red hickey, was it?
It was the red hickey
stand.
stand. It was back in the day.
Petrarca shrugs off the tackle, gives it over to Castagna. Castagna just loses it on the bounce, but he still managed to get. At the back of that, Laverty almost took a great mark. Ahern on hands and knees. It comes out the back. It comes to Castagna, and George kicks the goal. I almost said it. They called him George at three-quarter time. We're happy to run with it, and he gets the goal the Victoria need.
In this quarter to 0 for South Australia, so it's all about now quick centre clearances and getting the football in long, and that was the go. He takes that mark at half forward and just gets it to the contest. The more and
Peterborough wanted to be a go.
Gregson under all sorts of pressure. He's had it a long time. He's holding the ball eventually. Had to come. It was nice work there by Jason Castagna again. Into the sunlight he goes, looking for Vojo Rainbows.